Alright, in this problem it says we want to graph the inverse of this function and include the line of symmetry. Well, I like to include the original function, so I know my locator point for this is going to be -3 comma 1, and my a value, oopsie, that looks like a 9, my a value equals 1. So I come over here to -3 and I go up 1, and so my a value is 1. So a quadratic grows over 1, up 1, over 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1, up 1, and then over 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get this graph that looks like this. Alright, now we want to graph the inverse, so I could take these points, right, that I made with my original function. This is d of x, and then so I've got -5, 5, -5, 5. I've got -4, 2, and then -3, 1, and then -2, 2, and then -1, 4. Alright, so what I could do is if I make the inverse, I can do this. And all I have to do is just switch the x and y values, right? So I get 5, -5, 2, -4, 1, -3, 2, -2, and 4, -1. So I know that the inverse is going to reflect over the y equals 0, y equals x line. So my graph is going to look like this. It's going to start at 0, up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1. And then we go the opposite way, down 1 to the left, 1, down 1 to the left. Alright, so this is the y equals x. And the inverse is going to be, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oopsie, it's going to be 5, -5, so that's going to be here. And then 2, -4, it's going to be here. 1, -3 here. 2, -2 here. And then 4, -1 here. So then I end up getting a graph that looks like this. Okay, so this is d of x, and this is the inverse of d of x. Now, it's asking you, is the inverse a function? And we would say no, because one input would give two outputs, and we can't have that. Alright, so then it says state the domain and range of the inverse. Okay, so the inverse, the domain, remember, think of, oopsie, let me do this again. See, no. Okay, so think of, you have this, box around here. So we know our lowest value is 1 here, and we know we're going to positive infinity here. So the domain is going to be x is greater than or equal to 1. And then this goes to positive infinity in this direction, and this is going to go to, oopsie, don't want that. Wait, this is going to go to negative y, or negative infinity this way, and then this is going to go to positive infinity. So we look at the arrows, this is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So the range is going to be all real numbers. Or we can say y is going to be less than positive infinity and greater than negative infinity.